Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Sharita C.W. Dela Cruz, and this is the Middlepage Podcast, powered by Blast Music 24/7, Esoterica Entertainment, and you. Thank you for tuning in. This is the first show of this season, and we are so excited. Shouts out to everyone involved. Um, from the top to the bottom, everyone at Blast Music 24/7. Shouts out to Carla Simpson. Shouts out to Sunshine, Cromwell, um, and the gang. Middle Page Podcast. What can we say about it? The Middle Page Podcast is dedicated to being educational, informative, and entertaining in the regard to middle age perspective. I am middle-aged. Middle-aged is considered to be from 40 to 60. So not in the thick of it, but I'm getting into the middle of it. And some things are easy to talk about, some things are not. So we're going to bring it to you in a way that is going to be informative, educational, and entertaining. Tonight, we have a great example of what it looks like to have a work-life balance in middle-aged life. His name is James Gentry. He's a TV show host, podcast host, artist, entertainer, actor. I can't say enough about him. James Gentry is from Greensboro, North Carolina. He now resides in the Atlanta metro area, and he moves in and out and about throughout the continental United States doing this thing. And let's bring him on.
Yo, I'm in the building.
What's going on, JG?
Hey, appreciate you for having me on the show. Made the first episode. It's a beautiful thing.
Listen, I would be remiss if I didn't have you on at some point. Call him JG because he is one of my good friends, but also inspiration, a motivator. Someone that I can look to see what it looks like to have a great work-life balance in middle-agedom. If you don't mind me asking, do you mind sharing how old you are?
Just turned 42 years old. Shouts out to all the Virgos out there. It's Virgo season.
All right. And so, like, we've known each other since, I think we were all in our 20s. And, we've grown and matured, and we used to discuss about the things that we wanted to do and how we wanted to go about life in the industry as artists and moving in and out and still being able to have personal lives. Like, can you, first of all, tell us a little bit about you as an individual? Let me just, I'll guide you. TV show host, what is that? What's that about? What do you do as far as TV is concerned?
GSO TV started in Greensboro long time ago. And, it basically started on public access television.
Mm-hmm.
We had a real good run so far. Something that just grew organically, just for my lifestyle and carrying around a camera with me. And Kat was like, man, you should have a TV show. All the stuff that you do and all the stuff that you see. So, yeah, that's how it began. And then, the word got out. And, we just kept building on the platform, So, as I moved to Atlanta, we looked to get it on in the Atlanta area as well. And so we come on 2 stations. We come on in Greensboro and we come on in Atlanta. So
wow.
Yeah, we still moving.
Oh man. So podcast host, what is that? What's that about?
Well, I host a TV show.
Yeah.
It goes along with it. I produce the TV show and I host when I don't have a co-host, which normally I don't. I'm still looking for a co-host here in the Atlanta area. So until I find me a good co-host, I be doing the hosting myself.
Okay, so real quick, I gotta go ahead and get this out the way. You just did a excellent Excellent. Produced an excellent segment with Candy Burris
Yeah.
of Escape fame.
Yeah.
She has a company called Bedroom Candy. How did
Yeah.
you come about that interview and that opportunity?
Oh, that was amazing. And shout out to Candy Bird. She showed us a lot of love. So you saw it? You watched it? Were you able to view it?
Yeah, it was really great. Shouts out, and that's what inclined me to ask, because there was another young lady who interviewed her.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to her too. Shout out to Courtney Childs. But yeah, so Courtney Child, I hooked up. I was doing my GSO TV thing, which involved me going out to different events and filming artists and just covering
Hmm.
events. And a young lady came up to me, I had the camera. She's like, "Hey, I do this and I do that. And I know a lot of people here in Atlanta, and I'm always getting invited to events." So yeah, me and her hooked up, and she actually knew
Hmm.
about. She's the one that actually knew about the event where Candy was at.
Right.
We weren't sure Candy was gonna be there. We weren't sure if we were gonna get an interview. We like, hey, we gonna go up in here with the camera, and we gonna,
Hmm.
finagle our way into here. And Candy's here somehow, some way. We gonna get an interview from her.
And
So
you got it.
yeah, it was wild the way it worked out, because we didn't have to ask for it. Like, it just unfolded perfectly the way that we wanted. I showed up with the camera, and they were like, "Oh, y'all must be press." We were like, "Yeah, we're press." And they were like, "Oh, y'all must want an interview with Candy, huh?" We were like, "Yeah, we want to
Yeah,
interview
yeah, we
with
do.
Candy." Yeah. They were just like, "Okay, well, just sit over here, and Candy will be with you shortly." So it was just beautiful the way it all just manifested.
Wow.
Yeah, it was effortless.
Man. Shouts out to those people who
Yeah,
were just definitely on their job. Make sure the press was going to get the interview, right?
absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about the artist. What is that about? JG, uh, talk about the artistry from the bottom to the top, so everybody will understand where you're coming from, man.
Yeah. Well, it all started, I say, in college. Shouts out to all my Elizabeth City people. You know,
Hmm.
college is where I really started taking it seriously. Me and my homeboy Fetty. Shouts out to my boy Fetty. We were the rappers on the yard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I pretty much after that, after we won a talent show on campus. And
Hmm.
after I got that first stage buzz, after the audience went crazy for us, and I said, man, I think this is something I really want to pursue.
I
So
like this.
yeah, I actually left college. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, I left college for it. I said, man, college ain't going nowhere, and I feel like I really have what it takes to be a good artist out here. And I left college to do it, and I came back home and I hit the streets, and that's really where I grew as a hip hop artist and learned about the fundamentals of rap and hip hop, and the history of hip hop. I think we met
Hmm.
around that same time. You
We
know,
met around that same time. That was '07.
yeah,
Can I talk about your hip hop book right quick? You still got the hip hop book?
I do still have it. It's right in the other room, as a matter of fact.
What's the last entry you got in the hip hop book? First of all, real quick, guys, JG has this book that he had been toting around as he was learning more about the artistry, hip hop itself, and the essentials and fundamentals. And he would literally come upon crazy people. Like, I want
Yeah.
you to say,
Well, let me. Yeah. Well. That's another story, because I worked as a sound man.
mm-hmm,
So part of being a sound man is doing concerts and shows and things like that. So really, I always I always was able to get like a one-on-one with artists. What
mm-hmm,
coming before the show, doing a sound check or whatever.
right,
So that gave me the opportunity to really like meet a lot of artists personally, and then have them sign the book.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts out to, what is it? Jordan Pro Sounds. That's who you
Jordan
do your
Pro
work with.
Sound. Yes, Henry Jordan Pro Sound. I'll be back home for homecoming. Get that homecoming.
Okay. Okay. I want to say that you remember that spell? What was that? I don't know. It was one summer. I don't remember what entity it was, but we went to like 2 shows. I went to 3. I saw Daylight that summer. I saw Jizza that summer. We saw, and then me and you and I want to say Walt and Nancy went to see Little Brother. That's where you got the Little Brother entries at the Cat's Cradle. That was crazy. That was one crazy summer. We like saw so many different artists. Like we saw Redman perform with I want to say a ska group, which was really crazy. Like at the Cat's Cradle. When I tell you, North Carolina is like the hotbed for hip hop. It is truly the hotbed for hip hop. So what's the most, I guess, famous entry that you wanted for your hip hop book?
Oh man, I had the opportunity. I met DMX.
What?
Yeah, and that's
man,
that's a whole crazy story. But the crazy thing about it, I didn't know I was gonna meet him. Once again, I was doing sound at a club, and DMX was performing that night. But you know, a lot of these club promoters, they call at the last minute asking for some microphones. So it's really like, hey, we need some microphones right now. Can y'all bring them? So I had the mics with me. I rode up to the club. DMX normally, like a big artist like DMX normally doesn't even do sound check. They'll send out their or their DJ or something like that. But DMX is actually there waiting for me when I got there, and he put on a show
during sound check.
During sound check. So I didn't have the opportunity to. I didn't have my hip hop book with me, but if I could say one person that I've met that I wish I would have got their autograph would have been DMX. R.I.P. DMX. Of course, he's not with us anymore. DMX, and that's the most starstruck I've ever been in my life.
Really? You were starstruck? Because you real smooth and cool dude.
I was completely starstruck with DMX, but it was cool. He was a real cool cat, like for real. That was a crazy story.
I can only imagine you literally handed him the mics.
I mean, literally, he was waiting on me to get there. Like me, DMX, and the club promoter. That's the only people that were in the room.
Gosh.
So, you know, he's like, yo, I heard you was the man, son. I'm like, yeah,
yes, I am. I can only imagine how starstruck you were, because I mean, I think that he, Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, I can't remember who else was on that bill, but it was a Halloween homecoming show. I think it was the year that Money Cash Hose was popular. And like I was starstruck just even being like miles away from the stage inside the Greensboro Coliseum. So I know you were just like froze. But good thing you did your job well, like you always do. Real quick, let's get into this last bit. Actor. That is a part of your resume now. Talk about the actor. How did you come upon acting?
Well, you know, when I decided to move to Atlanta, you know, it was something I wanted to pursue. Because, of course, you know, Atlanta is Black Hollywood now.
Oh, yeah.
And you remember the GSO movie skits that we did back home?
Man, I need for you to give people the information to your YouTube so they can check out these skits. Talk about, just keep going, because I couldn't say enough about it.
Hashtag GSO movie skits on YouTube. Right on. But so you know, me and the homies used to mess around, you know, and do the movie skits. We would go back and do, you know, classic hood movies, you know.
Right.
It was something I definitely wanted to incorporate when I got to Atlanta, and hooked up with the right people. You know, shouts out to Molly World Casting. She gave me my very first background role, and that was on a web series that T.I. will be dropping very soon. Very soon. So I was on set with T.I., Little Duval, lots of stars, you know what I'm saying? Like my very first summer out here. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe I'm on set with all these people. So from there it just grew. You know, you get on set, you network with other people that are on set, and it just grew. I kept getting opportunity. So I've been on several TV shows, several movies. I ran into crazy amount of celebrities out here from just being on set. Y'all look for me on BMF. I was on BMF for like 5 days. We talked
Wow.
about Johnson season 3, the movie Girl in the Closet, Girl Trapped in the Closet. There's about 5 or 6 movies and TV shows that I play background on. So
Nice.
it's really been a blessing. It's popping here in Atlanta. You know, I tell people all the time, you just got to be here and be available. You
Yeah.
know, there's so much opportunity here for acting. So everything I've done up to this point has been background acting. So I'm just looking forward to getting some major roles, some speaking roles. You know what I'm saying? Taking things to the next level.
So you ready for the speaking roles? Because I mean, you know, if
Hey,
you're good, it's gonna take off. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
That's
It's coming.
right.
You know, there's a strike. There's a writing and an actor strike going on right now. So
I am
things,
aware.
yeah, so things have slowed up a little bit, but it just gives me time to get my resume together and get things situated so that when things open back up, we gonna get that. We gonna get that big role. We gonna get it.
Let me tell you, I totally understand that aspect about the strike. Um, Truth be told, I have a trilogy of plays that I'm in the thick of. I've written the first. I'm in the middle of writing the second one, and we're trying to get things popping with that first play. We're going to debut it next year in the fall. But there's lots of logistics that occur in order to get things to a place where you can make it public and then start the casting and things of that nature. But it's kind of touchy-feely if you are still trying to continue to do work while there's a writer strike. It's just kind of unsavory, I guess. A great example of that, I don't know if you're aware, Drew Barrymore, like the little princess of Hollywood, like you wouldn't even think Drew Barrymore would hurt a thing. Like she was going to continue her show for the season, for the fall season. And people got wind of it, and they picketed and protested her show and shut her down. I mean, literally, she had to issue some kind of public apology on Instagram. I mean, you would think that Drew Barrymore couldn't hurt a fly, you know what I'm saying? But literally right now, she's picking her face up because she was trying to continue to work in the midst of this strike. So I say all of that to say that's a real delicate thing, and I understand what you mean about not having the ability to move about or put in work right now. But I know as soon as it opens back up, things are about to take off for you. So in the midst of all of these things that you mentioned, I just want you to be as candid as you can for the people, because we're about transparency on the Middlepage Podcast. We want to take our experiences that we speak on the show to help other people who might not otherwise have the opportunity to speak to someone who might have something going on in the same respect. As a middle-aged man, how do you handle the work-life balance when it comes to doing the things that you want to do, but still encountering and dealing with life as you're aging and getting a little older?
Very good question. Very good question. I would have to say, to begin with, you got to know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Have a clear vision of what it is that you want to do. For me, it's been a lot about discipline, delaying self-gratification. It's a lot of it has to do with not really focusing on the right now, but sort of seeing that if you handle certain steps right now, that it's going to open up things for the future. Writing down your goals, short and long term, and coming up with a plan and sticking to that plan. There are a lot of distractions out here in the world.
I bet, especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions out here, so like a lot of times when you're focused on a goal, everything out here other than what's going to get you to your goal, I consider this a distraction. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get rid of those distractions for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch much television. because there's work to be done. I'm editing videos half the time, you know what I'm saying, which is not a fun thing to do, but it's part of what I have to do, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not going to get done unless I do it. Mm-hmm. So a lot of it has to do with discipline as well, and just staying focused. Like I've been so focused for the last plus 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a major part of it, staying focused and disciplined. Because if not, you know, you wind up over in left field somewhere. You're supposed to be in right field. You know,
right?
And a lot of it is about having the right people around you. You know what I'm saying? I've been real blessed to have a lot of supporting people who have climbed aboard my vision. You know what I'm saying? And I can't express enough gratitude for the people who have joined me along this journey. You know what I'm saying? And taking their time and their energy and put it toward, you know, something that I put together.
That has to be very humbling for people to really be like, yo, man, I'm with you. I got your back.
Absolutely. And, you know, sometimes the journey gets lonely. Sometimes you feel like you in it all by yourself.
Talk to him, JG, because
sometimes the people that say that they down with you and they gonna roll with you, they just talking the talk and they ain't walking the walk. You know, I can name a few people. I've spent years trying to drag people along with me, like, come on, man, just come with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it like, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it like this. At the end of the day, you can't drag nobody, you can't beg nobody. You know, if this is what they want to do, then, you know, they're gonna have to hold their own weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard sometimes to leave those people, but sometimes that's the best thing for you. You gotta let people do their own thing. So it's a lonely road at times. It can be very lonely, but you just gotta keep pushing. You know, you gotta have faith in yourself that you know, that you have the capability to make it happen. So yeah, it looks like Sharita's getting herself together over there. But James Gentry, check me out on Instagram, JG_GSO, also on Instagram. GSO_GSO.TV, also on YouTube. James Gentry, also on YouTube. GSO TV. You can find me on all those different platforms, and we're just gonna keep the ball rolling.
No doubt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump to the Blast Artist of the Week so she can get her thing situated. And how it goes is every podcast that we do here on Blast Music 247 Network, we like to showcase the independent artists out there who are trying to get exposure. So they come to us so that we can give them that exposure. And tonight, one of our greatest MCs, his name is Yamasani, and this song is called Love Triangle.
You gotta love yourself. Forward, yeah. You gotta love yourself. Oh, yeah. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Forward.
Gratitude. I've woken up to see another day. It's time to stretch, then meditate. 5 in the morning and young still asleep. Got my workout and I'm brushing my teeth. It's time to study, it's turning 6. The young in their room still sleeping like bricks. Prayed in my spirit, God need an assist. Spirit God told me I'm being too strict. Yelling and screaming too much. Each moment seems like a fuss. Adrenals out of sequence, frequency frequently. So I've been seeking the secrets of us. Spirit God told me I'll stay on the move and don't make enough room for some breathing and touch. But we can adjust. Spirit God told me to be sure sure I'm sleeping by dusk and trust, cause you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else can do it for you, king. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else can do it for you, queen. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else can do it for you, king. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself.
You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Oh, no one can do it for you. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself.
You need some time to do yoga. Tell other priorities to move over. Know who you are when you sober. Put down the liquor, put down the doja just for a day. If it's too hard, you're nowhere close to yourself, you're too far. Some of us stay on the bottom like tar. Some of us rise up as high as a star. Some of us stay in a melancholy state of mind, looking up and don't try at the bar. Which one of you? 1, 2, or 3? You and yourself need to come to agree. Only opinion that matters is your inner chatter, and that's how it has to just be. Well, yours and the Lord's, of course, but God is what's happening above. Down here, you gotta love.
You gotta love yourself. Oh, no one can do it for you. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself.
What's your perception when you look in the mirror and see your reflection? Do you see royalty and perfection? Do you feel loyalty and connection? Do you feel like you're favored with blessings? You're greater than, do you feel less than? What's your biggest fears? What brings you to tears? Your peers, it appears no affection. Or do you feel stressed from the way people looked as you left cause you came with aggression? Or is it the fame and protection you seek that deplete you, defeat you, depression? This song is a pill that I'm giving that's too hard to swallow from deep indigestion. But I hope it leaves an impression and keeps you progressing. The message is you gotta love.
You gotta love yourself.
No one else can do it. You gotta love. You gotta love.
I am an active listener. I am present. Very knowledge, belly free.
So yes, indeed, that is our boy Yamasani with the Love Tornado. And real quickly, if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet that's looking for some exposure, you can come to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for fans of great music, just like that one by Yamasani. You can also register as well, and that's blastmusic247.com and register for free. So Blast, we're changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, guys, back to y'all.
All right, thank you. Shouts out to the Power Surge. This interview is hot.
It was. I was wondering what happened.
Man, that was amazing. It was just, I don't know, it's just weird. Stuff like that happens out here. I live like in the country parts of Gifford County. So I don't know, not like internet. We got internet, but it was just like a power surge. Everything blinked out.
Oh, you went sideways again.
Right, like it just did.
Looked like she had another power surge. Well, yeah, till she gets back, be sure to look for your boy. Like I said, T.I. got a web series coming out. That's called Departments. I did some background acting in that. Irv Gotti has a new movie that's coming out very soon. It's called Made It in America. I did some background acting in that as well. Um, what else we got going on? BMF. Look for your boy BMF season 3. Strip club thing and the restaurant thing. Pretty excited about that as well.
Okay. Today's just not the day for my girl, but it's all good.
Yeah.
We work through these things always.
Right.
So let me ask you this: how long you been acting? How long have you been doing that?
Well, professionally, as
Yes.
far as getting paid,
Mm-hmm.
I got my first acting role about 2 years ago. Yeah, not last summer, but the summer before that.
Okay.
And that was with T.I. Shouts out to
Oh,
Tip.
nice.
Yeah, so he has
Wow.
he's got a web series coming out real soon. It's called Department.
Mm.
Lots of names, lots of celebrities in there. You know, so it was real good. Like I said, that was my first experience. It was just so cool to be on set with so many celebrities, and you know, T.I. was there, Lil Duval was there, Tiny, his wife came through there, Lady of Rage came through there. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of big names. A lot of big names.
Okay.
And from then on, it's just it's like a snowball effect. You know, I just kept getting more and more roles. So Irv Gotti has a new movie that's coming out soon. It's called Made It in America.
All right.
I did some background acting in that. BMF season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Background acting in that. So yeah, I've just been real fortunate, man. But you know, it's a lot going on in Atlanta. You know, people filming out here left and right. So I tell people all the time, man, if you get down here and just make yourself available, you can get some acting gigs, man. You'll be right on set with all the celebrities.
That's what's up. I wanted to give you your flowers, man. You did a real good DMX impression. I was like, yo, you get right down to his mannerisms. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man, like that whole experience was nuts, man. And really just, you know, the fact that he's gone now, you know, and RIP DMX, but
No
yeah,
doubt.
that whole experience was just like surreal, man. You know, just the one-on-one, you know, 'cause a lot of times you might meet a celebrity around a crowd of people or something, but it was really just like me and DMX one-on-one, man. So, you know, it was amazing. And he thought he knew me. That was the crazy thing about it. Like after we did the sound check, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, where I know you from, son? And I'm like,
All right.
Dark Man X, I've never met you before in my life.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
I would have definitely remembered it, but I could not convince him that he did not know me. It was the wildest thing, man. Just blew my mind.
Was that your biggest stargazing moment?
Yeah. That was definitely the biggest, just because it was so one-on-one. But you know, like I said, as a sound engineer, which is my job, was my job back home in Carolina. You know, we did a lot of concerts and things like that. So I did get to meet a lot of celebrities from doing that job. You know what I'm saying? Like one-on-one during sound check type deal. I remember I met Maya. It was a concert at North Carolina Central University. It was Maya, it was Sammy, and it was J. Cole. And this was when J. Cole was sort of bubbling, but he wasn't quite, you know what I'm saying, the superstar that he is. But yeah, man, Maya, I was just stuck.
Is she just as beautiful in person as she is on film and paper? Yeah.
Yes.
She's stunning.
Absolutely. I was just stunned by her beauty, you know what I'm saying? And I've had a lot of great experiences, you know, doing sound and meeting artists, you know, backstage and sound check.
All right.
Oh, she's back.
Well, hopefully I pontificated enough so that Sharita's back on the board.
Thank you.
I'll let y'all.
I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. It's like weird.
What got going on over there?
Nothing. And then I heard sirens. So I don't know. I think somebody hit something up the street. I don't know. It's
Okay.
weird because I had my phone plugged up and all that. Anyway, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
Where did Veep leave off with you?
We were just talking about meeting celebrities.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So where we left off, we were talking about the work-life balance, and you were giving some tips and understanding about the do's and don'ts of having a successful ability to have a work-life balance. You mentioned discipline. You mentioned not engaging in self-gratification, talking about writing down your goals short-term and long-term, and staying focused. Um, those are all mental things. What would you say, or what would you speak on in regard to the physical aspects of a work-life balance? Because a lot of time people don't even understand that sleep and nutrition and just taking care of your body in general is what's going to help you sustain a work-life balance as a middle-aged person. We're going through changes. A lot of times men don't realize the changes that they're going through. Women, we see it a little bit more, because we endure childbirth and things of that nature through our younger years into our middle-agedom. But a lot of times men truly don't experience real changes once, puberty might be the only change that a man endures before he gets to middle-agedom. Can you speak on that as far as that?
Y'all cats better stay active out here.
Mm.
You gotta stay active. For me, it's sort of blessing because I was an athlete all growing up. I always played sports. So
Mm-hmm.
staying active was always, part of my regimen, part of something I always did.
Yeah.
But even after sports, I've always had a gym membership. So I always try to stay in the gym. I always try to run. I go to the park, knock out a mile or two. And eating right. I'm the smoothie king, Sarita.
Oh, you're the smoothie king.
Yeah, I'm the smoothie king. You can check out my little smoothie time videos on TikTok. I always try to wake up, with a nice healthy smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really about staying active. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us get stuck in that sedentary lifestyle. You go to work, you're tired after you get off of work, you come home, you watch your favorite TV shows, then you go to sleep, and it's just rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a balance. It's like you said, the physicality of it is a challenge.
Right.
So try to keep that gym membership. You know what I'm saying? If anything, get out here and walk. Get you some sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Anything to keep that body intact, and it's all about staying active for me.
I know that's right. Let them know you just let me know that you have a TikTok segment, and pardon my verbiage, because I'm still getting involved in all of this social media stuff on other levels. The basic social media stuff is one thing, but TikTok, I have an account, but I don't know what you call it over there. Let the people know how they can come and check out the Smoothie King Smoothie Time on TikTok.
Yeah, just go to my TikTok. My TikTok is JG_GFO. And I got a couple of videos up there. But I think I got like 2 smoothie time videos. You can see all the ingredients that I normally use. And we blend that thing up. Like I said, Smoothie King ain't got nothing on me. Tropical Smoothie ain't got nothing on me.
Hey.
Hey.
You introduced me to moringa powder.
Yes. Very
and
good.
I bought it, and I tell you, it does wonders. I just want to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You got to mix those ingredients up, do your research. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that we eat out here is killing us. Stay away from them sodas, stay away from them sugar drinks. You know what I'm saying? And just try to do better. Try to drink some water. Try to eat some fruit. Yeah.
When I tell you the dark forces don't want this interview to commence because this thing is hot.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, being that you are an advocate for wellness and having a good life, this information has got to get out one way or another. So blessed be, we're gonna get this thing through. anything that you would like to impress upon the people, generally men. This season I'm dedicated to, women. We talked about women and women's woes and things, and we tried to keep a balance last season. We talked about relationship stuff. We talked about health a little bit and stuff like that. Mother-daughter relationships, father-son relationships. But I want to get to the heart of people this season. And this is a great start. Can you tell men how important it is to just truly not go with everything they've ever been taught and told as far as traditional morals and things? I guess like you just spoke on nutrition or even on wellness, whatever that means to you, as far as not condoning traditional thought processes and really just going out on your own and learning and understanding what you need to do as an individual to succeed with your work-life balance.
Woo, girl, how much time we got?
We got about 15 minutes.
Yeah. A lot of one of the main reasons why I wanted to become an artist was to be able to influence people and influence the world, and create a platform that helps us to find ourselves and create change in the community. Because society, I got a lot of problems with society. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself to be anti-society. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this society is designed for us to destroy ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes with the educational system, the political system. You know what I'm saying? Everything, all these institutions are really designed for us to destroy ourselves. So to me, a lot of it is about self-knowledge, self-education, becoming self-reliant, becoming self-independent, taking your life into your own hands. A lot of times we let other people decide our direction in life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your parents or your close friends, so everybody's trying to tell you what to do. You got your job is trying to control your time and your energy. The most valuable resources that we have in this lifetime is time and energy, and everything out here is designed to try to control and manipulate your time and your energy towards somebody else. So for me, it's a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant struggle to control my time and my energy. And along with that is controlling my thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
That's the biggest thing. I don't mean to interject. I had to. That's the biggest thing right there. I think that's the deal breaker between a lot of things. I see it in even from my children. You know what I'm saying? If you would sit here and just take the time and not embrace everything that you see. What did I say, Carla? Time and energy. There she go. That's Carla. Shout out to Carla Simpson in full effect. I could just really see the manipulation occurring. You know what I'm saying? And people and we're strange if we're sitting here trying to go against the grain and truly engage in our own thought processes.
Yeah, but it's been the people who have left the biggest marks in society have been the people who have gone against the grain. The people who, everybody else is saying, oh no, we need to go right. We need to go right. It's been the people who are like, no, we need to go left. You know what I'm saying? It's been the people who have been the black sheep. Those are the people who have made the major marks in human society. You know what I'm saying? The people who have dared to travel the road less traveled. You know what I'm saying? The people who have stood on their values and stood on their morals and said, I don't care what y'all say, this is what it is. This is who I am, and this is what I'm about, and this is what it's gonna be.
That's right.
And then, eventually, after you show them, a lot of people got to see it first. You might have a vision out there and people are like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. what are you talking about? But once you show people that vision and they see it, then that's when everybody started jumping on the band page. Like, okay, yeah, you know, JG did have it right all along. You know what I'm saying? You might be criticized, crucified, you know what I'm saying, for years. Once you get that breakthrough, once you show people that vision that you were talking about, that's when it all comes around full circle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's about being yourself, knowing who you are, and traveling down that road, even if you gotta travel it alone. Because once you get to that road, once you get to that destination, and people see really what it is, then that's when everybody's gonna come along. Like that's when everybody's gonna have you back. That's when everybody's gonna join the bandwagon.
That's right. I would be very, very bad if I didn't say my condolences to you and losing your father. I lost my dad and my granddad, so I know that put a very big space in your heart. Let's talk about that for a second, because in middle age, we are starting to become the elders. Our older aunts and uncles, fathers, grandparents, everyone's going to run the cycle of life. How have you been able to navigate through the grief that you've experienced and still balance your life? You know what I mean? Through the general changes of what happens and occurs during middle agedom, when it comes to that part.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say I appreciate that. Shouts out to the great Kirk Gentry.
Yes.
He experienced a lot in his life. I swear you could write a movie off my dad's life.
Mm-hmm.
And then we definitely went through our ups and downs. But towards the end of his life, he went blind. So I was, due to my lifestyle, I was really the only one that could help take care of him. So just being with Dad and taking care of Dad, I learned a lot about myself. Because I didn't really grow up with Dad. He wasn't an absent father, but as far as growing up and being around him growing up, it wasn't like that. So we didn't get close until maybe my 30s. That's when he came to live in Greensboro in the same city. So just learned a lot about who I am, you know what I'm saying? And just learning about his history and how he navigated through his life helped me understand a lot more about who I am and how I can navigate in my life and my potential. And Dad definitely blessed me with the good genetics, those Gentry genetics. You know what I'm saying? And
your dad was an athlete too, right?
Dad was a 3-sport professional athlete.
Oh my.
But he was mostly known for the time that he spent with the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
So yeah, everywhere we went, Dad was always, telling people about, he played for the Chicago Bears, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But even more than an athlete, he was an activist. He was a civil rights activist. He was one of the first Blacks to work at all white universities. He broke a lot of color barriers. You know what I'm saying? And
I see that's where you got it from, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. He broke a lot of color barriers, and just a legend. You know what I'm saying? And back in his hometown in Portsmouth, Ohio, he's on the mural wall. They have his picture downtown. Just a legend. So, just being around him and seeing the way he conducted himself, he was a class act. So naturally, me being his son, I just want to continue his legacy.
Absolutely.
His legacy of greatness. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of what I do is just trying to continue the Gentry legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a great legacy and big shoes to fill. Our dad was in movies too. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess that acting part, I got that from him as well. But yeah, a true legend. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of what I do now is just trying to continue on the Gentry legacy.
Good stuff. Good
Absolutely.
stuff. And I know he's proud of you. Shoot, we all proud of you. You're the hometown hero.
Hey,
If y'all don't know, this
and
guy
you coined that phrase. Let's not forget.
this guy is dubbed the hometown hero. Thank you for giving me that shout out. But I mean, realistically, when it came down to it, you started traveling by way of your profession at the time, and you were just everywhere. And I want to say, when you that Life on the Road video, y'all gotta understand, this guy, he's gonna drop all his social media handles and places to check him out. Y'all might want to continue to follow him or engage in his content, because it's something to behold. Real quick, let's go ahead and get with that. Tell them where they can find you, find your content, all this great stuff, how they could tune in to GSO Greensboro, GSO Atlanta, all that stuff. We'll take the last few minutes of that to do that.
Okay, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot going on. But okay, YouTube, please follow me, James Gentry, GSO. Also, the GSO TV page on YouTube is GSO TV. Be sure to check me out there. Dropping new content, dropping new shows all the time. Instagram, James Gentry. Also Instagram, GSO.TV. TikTok, James Gentry GSO. Also TikTok, GSO.TV. Let's see what else. Facebook, James Gentry Music, James Gentry, and GSO TV. Check me out, dropping content all the time. New episodes always airing in Greensboro on public access. That's channel 8. 5 o'clock on Saturdays. Re-air 10 o'clock on Tuesdays. If you're in the Atlanta area, we are on DeKalb 25. That's in DeKalb County. Every Sunday, 10 o'clock p.m. Check us out.
He said DeKalb. Well, you've been down there a while, because I say DeKalb. I said DeKalb County. And you like DeKalb, so you done been down there a minute. Like Dunwoody, DeKalb, Alfreda.
I'm getting used to the lingo out here. You know, I'm talking about. Not talking about, shout it.
Right. That's what they say. Listen, man, I just want to kind of like summarize everything that we spoke about. We're talking to James Gentry tonight on Middlepage Podcast, talking about time, life balance, work-life balance, and he's given us so many nuggets. He talked about staying focused and discipline. He talked about delaying self-gratification. That would be like, just get up and do something that you would not ordinarily do. Don't just come home from work and watch TV or play the video game. Not saying don't do it, but I'm saying sometimes just go outside and get some sun. Go outside and take a walk. He said it's that simple in order to maintain some type of balance. Keep your wellness in check, keep your nutrition in check, do some smoothie action. Hey, real quick, what is your favorite contents for smoothies?
Strawberries, blueberries, cherries. Gotta throw a banana up in there. Gotta throw that moringa powder up in there for sure. Seeds, whether it's chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, or all three. Throw them up in there, you know what I'm saying? Mix you some watermelon juice up in there, some coconut water, something like that. And you're gonna be good, shawty.
And your gym membership. Have your gym membership in full effect.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Every person should at least be able to run a mile. Make that a goal.
Really? Run?
You need to be able to run that mile without finishing. Yes.
Run a mile.
Run a mile. I know it sounds rough.
Not walk, jog.
Run a mile. Yes, if you cannot run a mile without finishing, you are slipping. But take baby steps, you know what I'm saying? I know sometimes
I'm about to say.
Start off walking, start off jogging, but that
should be your goal.
It should be your goal to be able to run 1 mile. No matter how long it takes you, just keep on moving. You know, and challenge yourself. You know, like a lot of things are about challenging yourself and being able to meet that challenge, set goals for yourself.
Y'all heard it, and it works because he's making it shake, keeping it moving, doing his thing.
Yeah.
We've had James Gentry here on the Middlepage Podcast. Check him out on all the social media places and spaces that he mentioned, and we wish you the best.
I appreciate it, yo. I'm so happy and thrilled. I made it on the first episode. Let's go. What's up?
And we're so blessed to have you and your insight and your wisdom in your middle-aged years.
Oh yeah, things is only getting better. It gets better with time, like wine.
That's right. Hey, when you get your first speaking engagement, we're going to definitely let the people know about it, and we'll have you back. We'll probably have you back just for people to continue to see what that looks like over time.
Please do, because things are definitely getting better. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just getting started out here, so things are just going up from here.
That's right. Well,
thank you so much. Shout out to Bob.
Oh, yeah, real quick. You got other shout outs? You got shout out Miss Gentry.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for having me. Shout out to everybody that's out there viewing. Shout out to all my Greensboro people. Shout out to all my Atlanta people. Vegas, Texas, you know what I'm saying? From the East Coast to the West Coast, damn near Mexico to damn near Canada is up. And we are ready.
All the way up.
Yes.
Check us out on info.middlepage on Instagram. Definitely make sure, if you just hit this link but didn't subscribe, make sure you subscribe to Blast Music 24/7 to catch new episodes and to catch the old episodes that we had last season for the Middlepage Podcast. I'm Sharita C.W. Dela Cruz. That has been James Gentry, and we're out.